Right now, your brain is making financial decisions that your future self would never approve of. Not because you're careless, not because you don't understand money, but because the brain you're using to plan for next year was never designed to think that far ahead. It was designed to survive until tomorrow. That's a very different mission. The strange part is that this invisible conflict quietly shapes almost every financial decision you make, from impulse purchases to investing too late. And once you notice it, you'll realize your biggest financial obstacle has been sitting inside your own head all along. Imagine someone hands you two envelopes. One contains $50 today, the other contains $100 a month from now. Most people know the second option is objectively better. Yet countless studies have shown that when rewards become immediate, the brain consistently overvalues them. Behavioral economists call this present bias, but the name barely captures how powerful it really is. Your brain doesn't simply prefer the present, it inflates its importance. A streaming subscription feels insignificant because it's only a few dollars today. Ordering takeout seems harmless because the cost is spread across dozens of tiny decisions, yet those invisible choices quietly accumulate into thousands over time. The future doesn't lose because it's less valuable, it loses because your brain struggles to experience it as real. The odd thing is that your brain treats your future self almost like a stranger. Brain imaging research has found that when people think about themselves decades from now, many of the same regions activate as when thinking about another person entirely. In other words, saving money often feels less like helping yourself and more like giving money away to someone you've never met. That's why buying the latest phone creates excitement today, while contributing the same amount to retirement feels emotionally flat. One delivers an immediate emotional reward, the other benefits a version of you that your brain barely recognizes. Suddenly, the problem isn't a lack of discipline, it's a case of mistaken identity. History reveals just how ancient this wiring really is. For most of human existence, storing resources for 30 years into the future wasn't even possible. Food spoiled, weather changed, survival depended on responding quickly to immediate opportunities. If your ancestors found ripe fruit, waiting until next month wasn't a strategy. It was starvation. The modern financial world, however, rewards the exact opposite behavior. Compound interest favors patience. Investing rewards consistency. Wealth often grows through years of decisions that feel completely unrewarding in the moment. Civilization changed dramatically faster than evolution ever could, leaving ancient instincts trying to navigate modern markets. This creates another illusion that quietly sabotages financial progress. Your brain pays extraordinary attention to visible gains, but largely ignores invisible losses. Imagine someone spends $500 on a weekend shopping spree. They remember the clothes, the excitement, the bags they carried home, but they rarely picture what that same money could have become after 20 years of steady investment. Opportunity cost is invisible, and the brain struggles to assign emotional weight to things it cannot see. That's why people celebrate purchases, but almost never celebrate the investments they didn't interrupt. The greatest financial costs are often the ones that never appear on a receipt. Ironically, this same brain is incredibly capable of long-term thinking under the right conditions. Elite athletes endure years of repetitive training because each workout fits into a meaningful identity. Scientists spend decades solving problems because progress reinforces who they believe they are. The difference isn't superior self-control, it's that their future has become emotionally tangible. Financially successful people often do something similar. Instead of obsessing over money itself, they build identities around being investors, builders, or long-term thinkers. Every small financial decision becomes a vote for that identity rather than a negotiation with temptation. This explains why budgeting apps, spreadsheets, and financial advice often fail by themselves. Information isn't the missing ingredient. Your brain already knows that spending less and investing more usually leads to better outcomes. The real challenge is translating abstract future rewards into something emotionally meaningful today. Some people write letters to their future selves. Others automate investments so decisions disappear altogether. Some regularly visualize the life those investments are quietly constructing. These strategies work not because they increase intelligence, but because they reduce the distance between present actions and future consequences. The biggest surprise is that your brain isn't actively trying to ruin your financial future. It's trying to protect the only version of you it fully understands, the one living right now. The conflict begins when yesterday's survival software starts making decisions inside today's financial world. Once you recognize that, every purchase becomes more than a transaction. It's evidence of which version of yourself you're choosing to prioritize. Wealth, then, isn't simply built by earning more or spending less. It's built by teaching an ancient brain to care about someone it has spent a lifetime treating like a stranger, and realizing that stranger has been you all along.